What's up guys? Today I'm doing a video on how to install windows like these on the back of a Ford Transit. They're just like typical RV windows. They cost 150 bucks. They open up, which is great for having a breeze across the bed at nighttime. And yeah, I just thought I'd make a video because I didn't see any on there when I was trying to install these. And yeah, if you hear any noises in the background like construction stuff, it's because I'm right next to a construction zone. Sorry. Anyways, there you go. One downside about these type of RV windows is that they have to have a specific thickness to be able to fit onto the wall. And so I had to create frames for these ahead of time that were about 1.5 inches thick. Once I had the frame made, I aligned it up with that gray bar you see along the bottom to keep it level and traced the inside edge of where I wanted the window cut out to be. Next, I used a drill to drill out 3 holes along the perimeter on different edges so that I could line up the frame on the outside of the van. Once you've drilled your holes, you're going to want to tape out the area along the outside about where you think the perimeter of the cut will be. This will help keep the outside of your van from getting scratched by the jigsaw when you make the cut. Once the tape was down, I used the exact same frame to trace out where the cutout will be on the outside of the van. I made little tick marks on the inside of the frame where the holes were drilled and used those to try and line it up. It's not going to look exactly perfect because the outside of the van's not exactly flat, but it just needs to be as level as possible. That's the main thing you want. Next, you want to drill a hole large enough to fit the blade of your jigsaw somewhere on the interior of the window close to one of the edges that you want to start cutting on. And then using a metal specific bit, you can buy those at Home Depot, you just want to start the drill up going as fast as it can before you engage the teeth and cut all the way along the perimeter. Take your time with this cut and try to be as accurate as possible because it will be difficult to enlarge the hole afterwards. Once the hole is cut and you test fit the window to make sure it fits inside, go along the edge with a metal file to deburr any little pieces of metal that are hanging on there. This will help it so that it doesn't rust in the future. The next step is to apply paint to the cut edge. This will also help with rust prevention. I just use spray paint on a piece of cardboard and then a Q-tip to apply it. Finally, put the frame in place. Put the window through the outside of the van and through the frame, and then use the ring to attach the window. As you screw in the different screws, it will pinch the window against the van and hold everything in place. There's no glue required for this step. It's also really helpful if you can have a friend hold some things while all of this is happening. Finally, I just used a screwdriver to hand tighten the screws to the point I wanted them. And that just left putting caulk along the outside. This is kind of an extra step. They say you don't need it, but because of the curve of the back doors, I was just like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. It's super easy to apply, and then I just used a plastic bag and my finger to smooth out the bead. And here is the final product. This is what the windows look like on the outside, and here's what they look like on the inside. I just added some cedar planks around the frame, screwed them straight into that frame, just to go with the interior of the rest of my van. Hope that was a helpful video. I've had these windows in for like a month and they've been great so far. I would highly recommend it. And let me know if I missed anything in the video. Is there anything that you saw that you didn't understand or any questions? Leave them down in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching.